is more about some lessons from the Bible about money, right? So, what are the learnings that we should have in our quest to earn more money? What is it that we should do? What are the scriptures which directly talk about money and about the behavior, and what are the learnings from it? Right? A lot of us would have indicated the importance of money being or not being has to a certain extent, and it would be at a different degree for everyone. It has kind of come down, and what has taken its place is obviously God, right? Like we would give more importance to God than we would give to money if there is ever a decision to be made. So I think that is first, right? It's the character, like from a taker to a giver. That is one thing that once you are in the Lord, you will experience that money is more about giving. The very fact, like the rule is 10%, right? And the very fact that we give 10%, it's not about the exact amount how much you are giving, but it's a percentage. So that thing would be very difficult initially for most of us, right? To give 10% of what you make, because all of us here make money and कितना भी करो तो कम ही पड़ता है, right? We all know that because of our needs, and not needs but wants that we have. So it is always less. But because now that we give 10% so joyously, like so freely, with so much of happiness, because we know that 100% is coming to us, it is not ours, it is coming because it is God's blessing us. It's not our doing. And that's why we give 10%, and when we give our love offerings, and we would, we are cheerful givers, right? We become cheerful givers. So that's the biggest learning I thought that I had personally in terms of money. The way we think about money is changed quite a lot, and I think it should change more the more we get closer to God. Now, second, Bible says that love of money is evil. Right? The scripture talks about it. It doesn't say money is evil, but it says love for money is evil. So now, what is evil, right? Evil is anything that is where there is no God, right? Where there is no God, there is evil, right? And that's why when there is no God, you cling to evil, right? In whatever area of your life, where there is no God, you will go towards evil, and that love for money then turns into evil ways. And I think Samir kind of touched upon it in his sermon as well, that God knows your heart, right? The reason that Bible clearly says that you will be blessed abundantly, there is no limited ways you don't even know. But not everyone. There will be millions of Christians in this world who believe in that scripture, but not everyone will be blessed in the same way. Because God knows our hearts, right? God knows that if we get a lot of money, how will we react? Right? It is a human tendency, right? It is like things like money, things like anger, lust. These things, God knows that it's human weakness, and that's why He will keep you away from such kind of weaknesses, right? Scripture says that He will only tempt you to a certain level. So money, the love for money is very dangerous, right? And it is because when you love money more than God or more than anything else, like your relationships also. In this world, you see what all people do because of money, right? Families are broken and those kind of things. That's why they say love for money is evil. Money is not evil, but our thinking towards it, our emotion towards it can become evil in ways. And that turns into the Bible says that sin turns to death, right? Sin leads to death. So it's not physical death, but it could be death in different spiritual way or in ways we don't even understand. But it's failure, right? So where there is no God, there is evil. That's why it should be very important to put God first and not money first in whatever you're doing, right? So, and you see, we have proper examples in this world. You see people who are very rich, like a lot of our friends or celebrities and all. Great, they are rich, there is no doubt about it. They have a lot of money, but whenever there is a lot of money, there is evil also. They will do all the kind of wrong things, because that place in your life which was supposed to be with God is now your mind is on that money. And because you have that money is your resource, and you don't need anything else. Right? If you have a lot of money, you will never need anything else. And even us who are sitting here, right, if we get crores of rupees, our hunger for God will reduce at a certain level, right? Obviously, we have to go to a level where it doesn't happen. Like the great pastors who have so much of money, but they still do more preaching because they have reached a level where the hunger for God is still there, irrespective of God. So I think that is a very important thing that we have to understand, that if God is not blessing us with that kind of excess money, He is sustaining all of us. No matter what time, what we are going through, the word says He will sustain you. The difference between sustaining and abundance, right? The reason most of us will be sustained is because we still not reach that place where God can trust us, right? God has to trust us with money, whatever little we have, right? Even if you're earning 5,000 rupees a month, that 10% should still go. That's why that 5,000 will become 5 crore someday, right? So that is very important that God is also checking us. He's testing us with what we have today, and I think that is a very important lesson for most of us, because we generally think that इसके पास इतना है, मेरे पास नहीं है. I will give when I will have that much. He can give because he has so much. But the thing in there, it's still a percentage. It's not the exact rupees kitna dena hai. It's a percentage, right? The 10% is very important. And so I think people retract, even believers retract once they get the blessings of money, right? They will not retract like if you have relationship blessings or if you have health blessings. But if you see, the money blessing is always the cause of concern of people going back and becoming lukewarm in the Lord, right? So we have to be very careful that I think we are less than most of us, even though we are getting blessed, but we are coming more to the church, we are doing more for the Lord. And that hunger should not go down, because sometimes money and the material that come with it and the joy, it's not God's joy, but there are this, excess money will give you peace also, right? Because when you're sleeping at night, you have less bank number paisa hai. So you will feel nice to sleep, you feel good. You can buy whatever you want, you can go wherever you want, right? So that is abundance. But if that comes at the cost of going to church or the cost of our relationship with God, then it becomes evil. And that's why Jesus said that the love of money is evil. We should come to a stage where even if we have money, but that love should not be there. I think it's there, it's like any other commodity in a life. I'm happy, I'm praying for it, it provides for my family, my children, we get different materials, blessings. But it should not turn into love for the money. Like, you get crazy for money. Like, you should have the ability to say no. Like, can we say no to a monetary blessing? That is very difficult, right? Because it doesn't come every day, but the day it comes and then you just want to latch upon it, right? Pakad karo. You don't pakad to people, but though I don't get the opportunity to go, even if I have to miss church, just a week, but I have to go there and I have to get that thing. So, be very careful that don't latch on to that in a desperate way. Don't let money dictate you. Like, you dictate or you dominate money, right? Okay, today, have that power, and it's a difficult power to let it go. It's not easy. You get a job, like for people in jobs, you get a raise in another company and you jump because you get 30-40% hike. Great, but as Samir also said, that pray about it. Not every financial blessing comes from God, right? It could be from your level also. So be very careful. That's why your prayer and discernment will help you to understand, is it ethically right? Basic ethics of life. Ethically, from a biblical perspective, is it a fraud, right? Are you kind of someone else is getting damaged because of you? So if it's against biblical rules, it's clear that it's a rule. So that is very important that you don't do something which will, because most of us will earn money in the world, right? We don't, unfortunately, yet do business or job with believers. We would generally, a source of money physically is unbelievers. So if you do things which are wrong, which are ethically wrong, or frauds and these kind of illegal things, they also will look at you and say that you are putting down God in a way, because everyone now knows, unless anyone here hides from the world. But I know that most of us don't hide. We like to tell that we are believers. So that kind of behavior can be anti-God, right? That they might feel like maybe apne se hi kar raha hai, kya kar raha hai. So that's very important. So yeah, love of money. If you have too much, it's good, but be careful that it doesn't get into your head and then get you away from God.